My name is Gary Morris, and this is my final project for AEP 855, Educational Leadership. With all the budget cuts that have been taking place in the educational system, it has caused many school districts to increase the size of their classrooms. So the articles I found focused on identifying the effects that the class size has on student achievement. This is the first article that I found. The first article that I found was this field study called the Tennessee Star. This was a field study where students and teachers were randomly chosen. This project involved a broad range of schools throughout a diverse state. It included both urban and rural districts ranging from the wealthiest in the country to some of the poorest. From the study, they found smaller class sizes in grades K through 3 can boost student achievement. To produce the greatest students, there should be no more than 18 students per teacher. For the minority and low-income students, they make greater gains in the classrooms with a small teacher-to-student ratio. The study goes on to state that the larger a student is in that type of classroom setting, the longer the benefits last. So here are some of my personal connections. The majority of my students are classified as either low income or on the special education spectrum. This tells me that as a teacher with a large classroom size that I need to make lessons that are more meaningful to help the students retain the information for a longer period of time. In addition, I need to use various forms of assessment to ensure that students are making the needed gains in all academic areas. In addition, I could also share the study with administration and the school board so when they are planning for next year, they could look at how the size of the classroom affects their students. Here is the second article that I found. In this article, the main points are that the research evidence demonstrated that class size is strongly related to student achievement. Thus, the smaller the classes are, the more conducive they are to improving the performance than larger classes. It also found that smaller classes provide more opportunities to adapt learning programs to individual needs. The author suggests that they spend more time with their students, therefore the pupils become more interested in the learning. Here are some of my connections to that article. I need to spend more one-on-one time with students to develop our relationship and getting to know the students' individual needs. This will help me develop and level the curriculum to make the learning more desirable for them. I feel that by watching the students learn in a way that they enjoy doing would be rewarding for me, thus boosting my morale throughout the day and reducing the stress. Here is the third article that I found. And here are the main points that was found in that article. Since the last two articles confirm that class size has an impact on student achievement, then I wanted to know what other things it affected in the classroom. This research found that class size also affects motivation, teacher methods, classroom management styles, and assessment methods. The use of various teaching methods is a viable way in less crowded classes, and in such classes, students could easily be motivated more easily. Thus, effective classroom management can be established in small class sizes. Furthermore, distinct techniques of assessment can easily be employed in such classes. And here are my connections. Knowing how to motivate a classroom full of students is important. I found that motivation of students requires knowing individual characteristics of each student. In classes that have fewer students' needs could be easily recognized, thus making it easier for teachers to motivate them. If the class size is smaller, the possibility of encountering classroom management difficulties decreases because it enables the teacher to manage the classroom more effectively. That's because teachers establish clear rules, routines, and reward systems in their classrooms, and they don't allow students to distract the class. However, as there are more students in the room, teachers have more disruptive behaviors to manage. Lastly, classrooms should not be too large in size because teachers need to gain knowledge on how students learn. In large classes, it is not only difficult to observe who lacks understanding of the subject, but also those who understand it. That's because state assessments are becoming more formal and time-consuming in large classes, where in smaller classes, evaluation of student achievement appears easier. And here is a list of the resources I used for this project.